This is a ShelterMe app created by Tia, Liz, and Carrie. We chose to go with Tia's original idea. ShelterMe is a mobile app that allows people to open up their homes to those in need during a natural disaster. If a person or family's local shelter is filled or unavailable to them at that time and they have nowhere to go, this app could be a resource. Our aim was to create an app that was simple to use and free, considering those who would be using the app would be people who have been displaced from their homes and need to find a housing solution quickly. Ultimately, the app helps bring communities together during disastrous times. Here is the opening screen to our app, ShelterMe. When users enter the app, they have the option to set up a new account as a new user or log in as an existing user. Here you can see a help menu, which we've included along the way to guide users and prevent any sort of confusion. Now we will take you through the process of setting up a new account.
So from this new user screen, we can create a new account for this user. So I am going to create an account for Will M. So then this help button can take you through the steps to create a new account if anything is confusing. That's an added element we thought would be useful. And now that everything is filled in, we can press the create account button and will have an account.
Okay, so once Will is logged into his account, he'll be brought to the home newsfeed screen, which has all of the listings in a repeating group. So then you can see the navigation bar up top, which has the ShelterMe logo, the app name, a quick add button, which we will show more in depth later, and a menu. So when you click on the menu button, the user has the option to view their profile, submit a host location, view their listings, or log out. So we will view Will's profile, and it takes you to the screen, which has the user's name, phone number, email, and address, as well as their location on a map. So now we're going to log out and log in as an existing user to get into more of the features. So I'm going to log in as Carrie. So here, as you can see, it brings you to the same home newsfeed, and the locations are organized in ascending order according to distance from the current user's address. So here we can click on the View My Profile button, and it will take you to Carrie's profile and display all of her information. And you can either hit the Go Back button or the ShelterMe name to go back to the newsfeed. So here's where we will talk about the Quick Add button to list your home. So you can see there's a picture uploader to upload a picture of your home, the address line, the features, and the maximum occupancy. But first, I'm going to take you through the View My Listings portion of this. So as you can see here, Carrie has 2 listings on her profile, one of which is available and one of which is not. So if I wanted to go in and make the currently unavailable listing available, I would just hit the Make Available button, and that automatically changes the availability status to yes. If I wanted to go in and make this listing unavailable, I could just click the Make Unavailable button, and it automatically changes the availability status to no. So if Carrie wanted to delete one of her listings, she could easily just click Delete this listing, and it is no longer a part of her profile and will not show up on the newsfeed. So now we're going to go back to the newsfeed, and if Carrie wanted to add a home, so we'll just re-add the listing that she had before. There's the picture of her home. We'll fill out the features. The maximum occupancy will be 2. Then we can create the listing, and it automatically shows up in the newsfeed. And it will show up in her listings as well. So now if Carrie wanted to find a place to stay if she was in a disastrous situation, she could easily browse the newsfeed to find a place that fits her needs. So say Carrie wanted to stay here, she can easily hit the View Info button. This place is currently unavailable, so it's not clickable, so she can go back to the newsfeed and search for a different home. So say Carrie wanted to stay here, she can hit View Info. So within the listing, you can enlarge the photo, see who posted the listing, see the features, the maximum guest occupancy, the distance from the current user, and the availability status. So since Carrie is only a single person and she's not bringing any other guests, she sees the maximum guest occupancy is 1, so she decides to stay here. So she just clicks the button, and just for the purpose of showing you what would happen if she were to type in a number of guests that exceeds the maximum occupancy number, I will type in 3 guests. So in this case, it says, "We're sorry you have exceeded the maximum number of guests for this listing," and it'll take you back to the home screen. So now we're going to go back to that listing and fill it out for real with Carrie's actual information. So we're going to click Stay Here again, fill out 1, describe your situation. So let's say Carrie's house is flooded. She also has the option to upload a photo of her situation to make it a bit more credible for the person who is listing the house, and she can hit Submit. So now Carrie's found a match with this listing, so it says, "Hooray, you found a match. The host has been notified and sent your contact information. They should be in touch soon." And then it supplies the user with the address of the listing as well as the location on a map. So now this listing is no longer available and no longer able to be clicked by other users. So once the user has booked their listing, the host will be notified via the email that they supplied in the app, as you can see here. So the email reads, "Someone has booked your listing" in the subject line, and it's from the ShelterMe support team. So the email says, "Hello Tia, someone in need of temporary shelter has just booked your residence. Below is their information, with the user's name, situation, email, number of guests, and phone number, as well as the photo that they provided in the app." The email then reads, "Thank you for helping those in need. Best ShelterMe support team." It is then up to the host's discretion to decide whether or not they want this guest to come and stay in their home and contact them from there.